Clerk, please read the next bill.
Senate Bill 572, relating to vulnerable youth and prescribing an effective date.
Recognize Senator Rob Wagner.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Bill 572 comes to you from the Senate Committee on Judiciary and Ballot Measure 110 implementation. During the 2020 legislative session, an identical version of Senate Bill 572 passed through the Senate Judiciary Committee unanimously and passed on the Senate floor on a 28-0 vote. Over the past 3 years of conversation on work on this legislation with a broad group of organizations, including my constituent, Susan Dussault, the gaps in Oregon's immigration and guardianship system was highlighted. As a little bit of context, in 1990, President George H.W. Bush signed a federal law that provided protection and support for immigrant youth up to the age of 21 who had been abused, neglected, or abandoned by their parents, allowing them to remain in the United States. It is important that we pass Senate Bill 572 this session, allowing Oregon's vulnerable youth between the ages of 18 and 21 to ask an Oregon court to appoint a trusted adult as their guardian and provide access to federal support during those critical years. Senate Bill 572 addresses this error in Oregon law, and we will join several other states in making similar fixes. This bill would help protect up to 100 vulnerable youth in Oregon each year, reducing youth homelessness, human trafficking, and reliance on public services. Finally, Mr. President, during the hearing on this bill, there was a very thoughtful question about the risk of continued victimization and exploitation of vulnerable youth by potential guardians. The Oregon Judicial Department responded to this concern, stating that, quote, Oregon judges regularly evaluate credibility and ascertain whether there are issues of coercion or other risks present in each individual case. Our courts express confidence in being able to detect when a person is experiencing coercion and whether an in-person interview of the vulnerable youth or other intervention is necessary. The measure gives the court flexibility in oversight of the vulnerable youth so the courts can be sure that abuse is not occurring. Additionally, after enactment of this measure in Washington, there was follow-up with the vulnerable youth and no evidence of abuse or trafficking has been found. I urge an aye vote on the measure. Thank you, Mr. President.